Introduce yourself.
Oh, God.
Okay. Thank you very much, then, Sabina. I'm really excited to be here, and thank you so much for asking me. I am Lotte, and if it traces a little bit of an accent, it is because I'm from Denmark. So I've lived in the UK since 2001, and that's basically the story. But before we start the laughter exercises, I'll tell you a little bit about what this is about and why we should practice this way of laughing ideally every day, and some of the benefits you can potentially get from it, because it is quite substantial and very, very helpful in many, many ways. And right now, because it's all about stress and anxiety and mental health and so on, and that's really what can be impacted by having a daily laughter practice. So I've been doing this since almost the whole time I've been here. I love this work because it really affects me, but also people who join in laughing, even when it's online. And well, we meet here and I was waving and so on. And I think it's a really important thing often when we, I don't know about you, but often when we get on these Zoom calls, online calls, we sit and we wait for people to join, and we just sit and wait instead of maybe saying something. So right now, I think it's a good idea to do a little wave, and while we're at it, do a little now, the reason this is a very good idea, fantastic. Even if you're not in the mood to laugh, everyone can say ha 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 ha. And this
Sorry, we really can't hear you. So sorry, we've tried everything. We've got the laptop turned up to full volume, and
We can hear her a little bit, but she just does the action.
I don't know.
Because I can hear Lotte fine.
Me too.
Yeah, I think it's to do with how it's maybe set up. I don't know.
Is it worth just coming out of the Zoom call and coming back in just to try that, Joanne?
It's just that we're really, really noisy. So if you just crack on, we'll copy.
everything our ends up to full volume.
Yeah.
And Linda's joining us.
Great.
Hi, Linda.
Hello. Hang on. Yeah, I'm just going to try and turn my screen around.
Okay, so is it better now in the big room, or can you still not hear me? I'm not sure they can hear me very much.
Can everyone get a bit closer to the sound?
Yeah. So so we did the little now what I was saying was that even when you're not in the mood, all of us can go ha 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 ha. And the magic of it is that when we say ha ha ha, our lips turn up, and this muscle movement connecting with the pleasure center in our brain, and we start releasing this amazing joy cocktail. But before I get into all that fully, just say it's a really, really good way to laugh, where we're not relying on other people to make us laugh, because we are choosing to laugh and do the little ha 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 ha, which often very quickly turn into real laughter when we're connecting with each other. And of course, it's often in our lives, our daily lives, we don't get enough laughter, even if you feel like, oh, you laugh a lot. Often what we do when we socialize is we do this little and it's very short, and it's not enough to give us full benefits of laughter. We need to laugh not these few seconds here and there. We need to laugh 10 to 15 minutes at a time to get those amazing benefits from laughing. And of course, it needs to come from our body and not just up here where our typical social laughter comes from. So we need to bring it into our body and laugh long and do it every day, so we have the knock-on effect of the benefits. And well, the benefits, so many amazing benefits. How are you doing there, Linda? Sideways.
I honestly, I don't know I don't know why it's gone like that, and I can't find anything. I'm going to stop looking because I'm not concentrating on you. So sorry, folks.
It's okay.
Something to laugh at.
A sideways laugh. So the benefits, really fantastic benefits, because if you think about it, when we laugh, we really feel like our mood is getting this little lift, and it happens within minutes. So even when we just start with ha 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 ha, which we should start with every day, we start connecting in with that change, the biochemical change. And when we are in a good mood, those endorphins, the happy chemicals, can last in our body all day, and they in fact counterbalance stress chemicals. And when we lower stress, we give our immunity a really big kick up, and we feel more able to fight illness and colds and flus and viruses, and maybe even existing conditions. So it's really good for our health and well-being. And does anybody remember last time you had a really good belly laugh? You know, the kind of laughter that almost took over your body. The really big belly laugh. Anybody remember that? If you can hear me? Yeah, a few people, yeah. So this kind of laughter is so good for us, because when we're laughing, we're gulping in all this air. So we're getting so much fresh air to our body and our brain. And when we feed our brain in particular fresh air, we feel more alert and refreshed and motivated to do whatever task we're doing during the day. So very good for our health and well-being, and for our motivation. And of course, when we're laughing together, I don't know about you, but laughing together with people, you can more easily connect and communicate and work together. And that's really a great thing. It's not just about colleagues, but it's about relationships all around in our life. So they just become more caring and sharing altogether. And it's simply because we're changing our attitude and becoming less judgmental, both of other people, but also ourselves, which is a good thing, isn't it? If you think about it. So lastly, just to say, as I'm sure you know, here being us here online, that the past years have shown that anything can happen, and we just never know what's around the corner, and anything really can happen. And just because we practice laughter yoga every day doesn't mean that we're laughing always. But what does happen is that our brain starts rewiring, and we start seeing different things in a different perspective, and we start seeing what's possible and the opportunities, instead of seeing all the different challenges and hurdles and so on that we cannot handle. So we do become more resourceful and resilient, and that's really what it's about. So we're going to do some laughter exercises now, and I will be standing up. So if you are able to stand up without any trip hazards, please make sure you join me. But it's, you know, we can do it seated as well. I just like to stand up to kind of give you the exercise fully. So I'll move my chair out the way. Yeah. Okay. So just adjusting a little bit here. Yes. So now, oh, thank you for standing up there. Again, you know, if you have trip hazards or anything that prevents you from standing, don't worry about it. We can do everything seated. Now, one of the things about the laughter exercises, and I know we're doing it online, so it may not be as loud, but we do finish. It would be nice to have sound on when we're doing the laughter, yeah? Because when we're finishing with a little bit of a ho ho ha ha ha, yeah? And it's a really good one because it creates energy as well. Because of the way we're clapping using our palms, we're sending this energy, we're stimulating, we're sending it around our body. So give it a go with me with a ho ho ha ha ha, ho ho ha ha. Oh, ho, ha, 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 ho, ho, ha, ha. Fantastic. And then we take a breath in. And we breathe out with a big and once more. And so even if you're noisy in the big room, for example, then we still know when to come back together so we can do the next laughter exercise. Now, the breathing, the stretching, that is the only yoga you're going to get. And this is one of the reasons that it's called laughter yoga. So we're not going to do yoga exercise where we're bendy and all sorts of things. I don't do that very well. So now this is about connecting in with our playful self that sometimes we forget when we grow up and become serious adults with serious commitments and serious work, serious jobs and serious relationships. Yeah, so it all becomes very serious, and we need to connect back in with the playful self. And sometimes we finish the exercises with a very good, yay! So really cheerful. Hey, yes, I can see it in the big room. So give it a go. Very good, yay! Very good, yay! Very good, yay! I love that because it is exactly what it is. It's about enthusiasm and not the kind of, I liken it to teenagers who would do something like very good, yeah. Not that, it's enthusiasm. No offense to teenagers. I had one myself. So you know, when we're this is making it better for ourselves and better to support others, because unless we're well ourselves, how are we going to support others and create great connections and making it work together? So you know, when you wake up in the morning, and I was saying we should laugh first or smile first thing in the morning, and we should. Lots of people go to the bathroom first thing in the morning, and in doing so you may pass a mirror. And at that time, nothing's perfect, but this is where it has a huge impact when we do a little, maybe it's a little looking in the mirror, yeah? Laughing at ourselves. So are you ready for that? And there's no way real, yeah? And looking at each other laughing. That's very good, yay! Very good, yay! Let's take a breath. And just once more. Now, at that time, of course, this is where everything starts and we're getting ready for the day and so on. And I know we're getting up to, well, it may be lunchtime soon, or it may already have been lunchtime. But you know what? Before we get there, we need to prepare ourselves to be in a good mood so we can help others be in a good mood too. And also, not just because we want to be in a good mood, but because it helps us actually cope with what we're facing. So one of the good things is we can clear our minds with laughter, because when you're laughing, you cannot think. And how many here ever go to bed thinking about what you need to do the following day? Anybody? Yeah, we probably all do it. Now, here's a good thing to clear your minds before you go to bed, but also when you wake up, because if you did go to bed with those thoughts, then when you wake up, it's like, oh, what was it I was going to remember? Yeah. So we need to clear our minds, and we do it with a little bit of mental flossing. And it goes like this. It's also good after you've been in a meeting to clear your mind, so all the creative stuff flows through. And we have our mental flossing. It goes, and then you floss your head. Are you ready? Let's do it. Very good, yay! Very good, yay! Let's do it again. Very good, yay! And this time we breathe a little bit different. We reach out in front, palms together, and you may have space around you to go breathing in and again and out. And this is a really good breath for opening up your chest so you get room for lots of fresh air, because you're expanding your lungs really good. And that's what we do with laughter. When we're laughing, we're really getting rid of lots of old air that we have, because we're breathing up here. Anybody ever stressed? So when we're stressed, we're breathing up here. This is also where our laughter is coming from when we're socializing. And breath comes from up here. So we have a lot of old air, and when we're laughing from the body, we get rid of this. And that old air that we get rid of, if it's stuck there, this is what creates stress-related conditions and all the stuff we don't want. So let's do some more laughter. So once we are we're done in the bathroom maybe, and we've flossed our hair, and we pass the mirror again on the way out, then we can give ourselves a little, because we're looking good now, aren't we? So are you ready? Oh, oh, ha, 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 oh, 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 ha, 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 oh, oh, and take a deep breath in. And just once more. Now, one of the things when we come into the office, maybe you're working from home and maybe sometimes going in the office, or you are in the office as you are in with Joanne. So we get in, or we go out and we shop, or we do different things where we're interacting with other people, and still after all this time, there's still hand sanitizer standing around. So we better get ready for it. And we use our hand sanitizer with a applying it. Yeah. Are you ready? Just preparing to meet people who benefit from being with us, and we benefit from being with them. Ready? And this is a good one as well. If you're using shampoo and and moisturizer and all these things, you can do the same thing. Anything you use on your body. It's some really good habits to have. If you are in a place where you think, oh, I can't do this because my household and so on, lots of people. Well, do you know what? You can do it silently with a just the silent laughter. We'll get back to that one. Now, so when you get in meeting other people and so on, then sometimes it's online and sometimes it's in person, but we always like maybe greeting, maybe we're not greeting because some people are not yet greeting. So if you're in the room together, you turn to someone and you reach out to greet, and then you go, oh, because we're not quite certain yet. And we do the same here, and we pretend we can almost shake hands via the webcam. Yeah, so are you ready? And take a deep breath in. And just once more. So now you met with all these people that you're going to share laughter with, and you think, wait a minute, so many people are not here yet. So you grab your phone, and this is the old-fashioned way of connecting with people, speaking on the phone. But when someone's at the other end, you can't help but laugh. So pick up the phone, and then you want to share it with everybody else. Yeah. So are you ready?
You go.
Oh, oh, ha, 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 oh, oh, ha, oh, oh, ha, 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 oh, oh, ha, ha, ha. And a deep breath in. And just once more. You have a big table there in the middle of the room, don't you? So you may not be able to move as much around, but hey, you're doing really well. Is everyone okay? Okay. Okay. So now, of course, not everybody answer their phone and so on. So instead, a message goes around. Yeah. And when we see the message coming around, we're going to be laughing. We want to share that message with everybody else. Yeah. So are you ready? Oh, oh, ha, 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 oh, oh, ha, ha, oh, oh, ha, 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 oh, oh, ha, ha, ha. And a deep breath in. And we want to share laughter because it's great for our physical and mental and emotional health and well-being, and super great for connecting with each other. So, but again, you know, we need to look after ourselves to be able to help others as well. So, so what do we do to nurture ourselves? Well, lots of things, I imagine. So one of the things is, right now the sun is coming out, isn't it? It's the first time. It's almost like, where has spring been? So the sun is coming out. What do we do when the sun's out in the UK? One of the things I learned very, very early on is that people venture off to the seaside. Everybody ventures off to the seaside, to the beach. And when we get to the beach, what we do is we kick off our, whether it's shoes or flip-flops or boots or wellies or whatever it is, we kick them off and then we step on the sand. And you know what? When we kick them off, it goes something like, you don't have to do that high up. It's just to show you I'm kicking them off. Yeah. And when you step on the sand, it's either super hot or super clammy as off with them. Ho ho ha ha ha, ho ho ha, ho ho ha ha ha, and a deep breath in. And once more. Now, because it's either super hot or super clammy and the sand gets stuck to your skin, this is why some people may not enjoy going to the beach to nurture themselves so they can be there for other people. So maybe, you know, on some of these places, there's also a fun fair nearby. So maybe it's going to the fun fair and going up the roller coaster, yeah? So we grab the roller coaster, well, we go in the roller coaster and click and clonk. Yeah, so just follow along, click and clonk, and then we rise up with a and are you ready? Let's do it. Click and clonk. Okay, that was not very high up. So just follow along. It's a bit bigger. This one is the adult one. Yeah, you ready? Click and clonk. Very good, very good, yay! Very good, very good, yay! Now, not everybody likes roller coasters, so it's not necessarily what you want to do. So, so what do we want to do? Maybe it's something like getting home after work, or getting home and just to refill yourself with energy, because you relax and you chill and you nurture yourself at home, so you can go in and be there for everybody else as well as you. Because again, we need to nurture ourselves to be there for everyone else, yeah. And it really is such a connecting thing, laughter, and it's also a very personal thing. But so maybe we're coming home and we like being in the garden and doing some gardening out there, and getting out the lawnmower. You know, when you get out the lawnmower in this country, the electric lawnmower is great because it's easy. But because it's so wet, it may have been stood in a puddle, so it's short-circuited. So we have to get the other one out, the and then don't run around too much if you don't have room, but you can, yeah. So ready? Let's go. Ho 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 ho, and take a deep breath in and just once more. And you know what? We do a lot of work and we do a lot of sitting in front of computers and in rooms, in meeting rooms. So one of the things we may forget is stretching. So let's roll our shoulders. Now, this is laughter, yeah? So we do it with a ha, 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 and forward with a little and up with a little always finish on a backwards roll with ha, because then your face is in the right place. Okay, so, and again, you know, stretching, if you're not stretching in the morning yet, it's a good thing to start stretching, just a normal stretch. Yeah? And while you're at it, stretch your lips as well, because that is, even if it doesn't feel like it, it is the first smile of the day that you're kicking off, and that is where it connects straight in. And stretching is good for circulation and mobility and flexibility. Plus, it's an instant facelift if you think about it. So now, this is the time of year where lawn mowing starts, yeah? But lots of other things start as well, like, for example, hay fever. Does anybody suffer from or live with hay fever here? Anybody? Hay fever? No, 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 no hay fever. Wow, that's amazing. We're going to do a hay fever sneeze anyway, because we may know some people who do, and we can support them in their sneezing. And when a sneeze comes on, it's also useful if you do have a cold or something and you sneeze. And when a sneeze comes on, what we do is it tickles the nose, doesn't it? And it goes, ha, ha, ha. Now, the hoo-hoo-hoo is really important because it is a laughter exercise. So are you ready? They never come alone. So we do 2 or 3. You ready? Ha, ha, ha. Very good, very good. Yay! Very good, very good. Yay! Yeah, note to self. Hay fever laughter doesn't work when people don't have hay fever. Let's take a breath. And just once more. And okay, let's just stretch up once more and just tickle the ceiling. And while you're at it, just do a little ha 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 as you're breathing out. It's really, really good for, like I say, getting rid of some of the old air. Let's do that again. Breath in and tickle the ceiling. Very good, very good. Yay. Very good, very good. Yay. Yes. Now, all of this work and so on, maybe to recharge ourselves, it's a good idea to do something where we just chill for a moment. Some people like reading a book. I love reading books. I also like once in a while just to switch off and turn on the telly. Yeah? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to turn on the telly and we're flicking through the channels, and guess what? We come across our favorite show, a magic show. Yeah. So I'm going to teach you a little trick you can share with the rest of your colleagues and family and friends. It goes like this, and you can share it among each other in the big room. So it goes like this. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Or you can move them back. Yeah, are you ready? Just practice once and then you share it across. Yeah. Well, it may take a little bit more practice. Let's do it again. Very good, very good. Yay. Very good, very good. Yay. And take a deep breath in. And just once more. And now, when we're relaxing and so on, and when we're in good company, it's nice to have maybe a nice cup of tea or a nice cup of coffee or hot chocolate, or you know that fancy drink with the hot water where you mix water and cucumber or mint or so, yeah? So we're going to mix our favorite hot drink and have it. together here, and I'll show you first. It goes like this. Because sometimes it's a bit hot, isn't it? So are you ready? We'll make 2 of these. Ready? Okay, one more. Okay, so we've had enough, but we're making one extra one, but because we've had enough, we're just going to throw it over our shoulder. Yeah. So are you ready? Very good, very good, yay! Very good, very good, yay! Let's do it again. Very good, yay! Very good, yeah! And a deep breath in. And just once more. And just hold it for a moment, hold it, hold it, hold it. And you know, some people hold it and then we burst out with a big. Okay, so one of the things is doing this kind of work is really special, and we were laughing at ourselves and checking ourselves out in the mirror and so on. But it's also really doing this is special, and it's special people who do laughter yoga. So it's important to appreciate each other with thumbs up. Yeah. So we're going to give each other thumbs up with a and then you can raise your right arm and just go and lower it to your left shoulder. Because if no one else appreciates you, at least you can do it yourself. Very good, yay! Very good, yay! Let's do it again. Very good, yeah! Very good, yeah! Okay, so I'm going to sit down. If you're standing, please have a seat. We're not done yet, by the way. Okay. So so for this, it would actually be really nice to have the sound on, because we're going to be laughing, and we're going to be laughing a little bit longer. Now, remember I was talking about our social laughter. It is very brief. It's just a few seconds here and there, and it does not give us the full benefits. So even if you feel, oh, I laugh loads, it may just be a spirit of like many times during the day. It's still not enough. We really need to extend that laughter. And what we're going to do now is we're going to laugh for a few minutes. And a few minutes may not sound very much, or it may, because we're taking the laughter from 3 to 5 seconds to maybe 120 seconds. But we'll do it in a really easy and nice and slow way, because we're going to start with our social laughter, and I'll show you. And it starts with our social laughter and slowly builds up to a really loud laughter. And then we take it down again. Now, the thing about it is, things happen when we're laughing loudly, and also when we're not laughing loudly, because when we're laughing our social laughter, often we squint a little bit. Is that because when we squint, it gives that impression of the real laughter. And when you laugh loudly and you go from your face start opening up, and sometimes almost with the look of surprise. So just notice these things, but notice what you notice. So are you ready? Are you ready oh, you can't turn the sound on in the room, can you? No. They're giving thumbs up. Okay, so because it's so nice to hear each other's laughs, so when you're ready, let's just start slowly with
It's crazy.
minutes.
Oh, God.
One minute to go.
Oh, I can't stop now. Gosh.
Okay, take a deep breath in.
Oh,
Are you all right there, Linda?
oh gosh, I think I really needed that.
Do you know what? The thing is, it was a couple of minutes, and that's really a long time if you think about it. What we normally do with laughter is so good, because our body just start kicking in with these amazing benefits. And one of the things as well is our tear ducts start working over time. And sometimes we just have tears flowing out because they do work over time. This is also the moment when we start releasing oxytocin, which is our love hormone. So we feel more likely to like people and being less judgmental when we're laughing, and this happens. So it's really good for us in so many ways. Now, so did anybody feel any aches or so, like their stomachs or
tummy muscles.
Oh, that's a really good sign the laughter is getting where it needs to be. And if your face started aching, it's a very good sign you're reclaiming your face, because often we walk around with a stern look on our face when we're doing all our serious and important things. And, you know, when we're serious and we sometimes even frown and so on, walk around doing our thing, that facial expression gets stuck. And that's not what promotes release of this joy cocktail and production of our immune system cells and so on. But when we start, it's simply by smiling, this whole process in our body kicks off. And that's what's so important. So it's not just for fun we do this. It is, but it's not. It is fun to laugh together, but it's also so great to laugh for longer. And often what happens is when we start laughing, if we're socializing, we stop ourselves at some point when we feel, oh, it's been too long or it's been too loud or so, and then we stop ourselves simply based on other people's opinions. And it's not to be offending anybody, but laughter is so good for us. And if we keep laughing, chances are it's going to infect other people as well. And even if it's just a smile we start with, we have no idea what a smile can do to some person. Even if they're not smiling back, the smile registers, and it's shown to register, even if it takes like 15 minutes or so to register. But a smile really has huge impact, and that's the first step towards a laugh. So if you want to just sit for a moment and take a deep breath in and close your eyes if you feel comfortable with it. And just as you sat there relaxing for a moment, breathing deeply into your body, just notice what you notice. And what you notice may be that your breath goes deeper than before you laughed. This is a good sign that your lung capacity is increasing based on releasing old air. So just breathe in again and notice this, or notice what you notice, because maybe it doesn't. And that's okay as well. In laughter, there's no right or wrong. And when we're sharing laughter, we become more accepting and all-inclusive. So just breathe and relax. And relax. And notice the breath go all the way into your body, all the way into your legs and your feet, and even into your toes, connecting you back in with the earth and everyone in it. take a deep breath in. And next time you take a deep breath in, just wiggle your toes and your fingers. Wiggle your toes and your fingers. And as you're breathing out, just with a sigh out. Yeah? And next time you breathe in, you may want to stretch a little bit. And breathing out with the biggest yawn ever. Because yawning is so good for us as well. It's about getting rid of all this old air we have in our lungs. And just roll your shoulders back. And you know how to do this. And maybe just the neck sideways, gently, 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 and the other way as well. And whenever you breathe out, just always do it with a little, because it puts a smile on your face. And I know that some people will say, when I say ha ha, it doesn't put a smile on my face. I guarantee you, if you do, and it doesn't put a smile on your face, it's definitely a different sound than ha 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 ha. So just have a look around. Those of you in the group, have a look around and smile around. There's no talking though. And just have a smile around. Yeah, and check the smiley faces. Is everyone okay? There's no sound in the big room. Does anybody have any questions at all? I don't even know if questions can be forwarded or so.
Just how infectious I felt that was. You know, I really thought I was going to explode with laughter. It was just really wow. And I thought, oh, yeah, it was quite effective. That's amazing.
You were infecting me.
Yeah, that was brilliant. And you were crying laughing, weren't you?
Absolutely. I couldn't stop. And I even had difficulty stopping when you said, and now breathe. I thought, oh, I just want to keep laughing.
You know, the thing is, when we're in person, we often laugh for up to 10 minutes. And sometimes online, 2 minutes is a long time when we're online and so on, because we do stop ourselves. But the thing is, it's so good for us. And one of the things I sometimes forget as well, I'm used to laughing on the telephone at 7 o'clock in the morning. I laugh for 10 minutes to kick off the day. Yeah? And I'm used to laugh for these 10 minutes. So for me, 2 minutes is like, oh, it's just 2 minutes. But I forget we don't all do that. And it is a long time, but it's so good for us. And even if you start with just 1 minute, it's so much longer than our 3 to 5 seconds, isn't it? And I really encourage, just start your day with even if you do it with a silent laughter. It is good for us, and it's what shifts how we feel about the day. And like I say, the endorphins can last in the body all day, and when we're in a good mood, everything we do during the day is done in a good way. And taking things to heart is not something that happens as often maybe as when we don't practice something that stimulates our endorphins. Yeah, go on.
Wow, thank you, Lotte. It's really interesting. For me, it's making me yawn. I think that's a tiredness, a genuine tiredness that I didn't have a good night's sleep. But, you know, that happens sometimes. And so it's interesting what you said about the yawning. So is it just as effective if you don't make a sound? I think you were saying that before, but I'm just curious about it just that sort of putting your body in that, you know, do you need the air to come out is what I'm trying to say.
So if I don't know if everyone remembers a time when they weren't supposed to laugh and you could feel almost your body cramping up. And when you're doing that, it's your diaphragm that you're using, and the diaphragm is what supports your breathing. So when it contracts and your abdomen muscles pushes out the air, you really get those benefits. Plus you get this is shown as well in a study with athletes where they were put in a machine where they were plugged into all sorts of things, and they were asked to, it's even if you're not silent laughing, even if you just think about it. So they were plugged in and they were asked to think about their sport and their achievement and doing the sport they love doing. And the study showed that when they were just thinking about it, the muscles would contract similarly as if they were physically doing it. And so we benefit so much. And silent laughter is great. It really uses your whole body. And your face too.
Yeah.
So
I think it's something about online. I just feel more comfortable with the silent laughter than I do the, which is, if we were in the room together, I think that's different. So maybe that's reflected for other people as well. They feel comfortable just going, but it's having the same benefit, which is great.
yeah.
Sometimes I laugh so much. Sometimes I laugh so good. It goes silent, and then it's silent for a lot, and then I have to scream because it's like, it's like I can't take any more. It's just like, and Richard laughs. He just laughs at me because I'm rolled up on the settee and is in this, this sort of, I don't know what you say, like a convulsion, if you like, of laughing, and then I just go.
But you know, it's so healthy because you are using your body, and that's where all the health benefits come from. Yeah. And of course, the corners of your mouth going up, which is really, really key to this, because this muscle movement also, which is an additional benefit, it connects with the part of our body that stimulates production of the immune system cells. And that is so, so key to it. So when we are stressed, this particular part, our thymus gland, shrinks. And when we laugh and so on, we can actually regrow it in size because of this muscle movement. So sorry, I'm extending my welcome here.
Thank you
Joanne's
so
got to
much
go.
for joining the session. Okay, they've gone.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I'm so sorry, my screen, I don't know what happened. I think I went to join a Zoom at one time, and I was looking at my own Zoom program, like my own account, and I done something. I'll have to probably go into that and turn this round. But thank you so much. It was brilliant.
Well, it creates laughter anyway, doesn't it?
Wonderful. Are we seeing you again today? Are we